G'day folks, Tony again here for more Star Control 2. Well, here we are in Epsilon Scorpii, dear viewers. We are going to attempt to move into this central planet, which should allow us to have a chat with the Mycon at their homeworld. Not the Juffawup thing from before, which I believe was in Beta Brahe. We might have to go back there if we can manage to get rid of these Mycon, because they seemed to indicate that it was a very important location. So maybe there's some cool stuff there that we can nick if we manage to convince the Mycon to go away. So let's see how successful we are at that objective. Juffawup is all omni-existent, spreading and changing the non into Juffawup. You are the non who must become Juffawup or void. We are the agents of Juffawup. We are the Mycon. Good stuff. All right, so here's the same line that we used previously at a different location to not much success. Let's see if we succeed here. There is a world at the star Organon. I believe it is perfect for your deep children. Your suggestion is appropriate. Acceptable new worlds are a priority for the rapid and complete spread of Juffawup. This is looking promising, folks. We wish to know more for suitability assessment. Tell us of this world. Sure. The sun gently warms its surface. This is good. Well, I guess we're just going to go through all of them then. Its air is pure and sweet. This is good. And abundant life covers its surface. This is good. If your words are true, we will gladly spread Juffawup to a new world. We will assemble the birthing fleet and send them to this planet. Good times. We will send many ships to protect the children as they grow. You have been of service to us. Your insight into the ineffable Juffawup is encouraging. Perhaps if we were to plant spore sacs in your brain organ, and let its tendrils spread through your flesh, then you would truly understand Juffawup, become part of Juffawup. I think I'll pass, thanks. You would be happier and more fulfilled. Consider our offer. Or, not. Thankfully, doesn't look like any of them are chasing us, so let's take that opportunity to save the game. And let's go and have a look at yon star map and see what we can see. Good times. Well, the Mycon aren't doing anything just yet, but we might try and find... Where's Beta Brahe? I'm sure it was around here somewhere. Alpha. Beta. Let's head back there and see if they have nicked off from that central planet close into the sun, because they certainly seem to be making a big deal of it when we visited there unsuccessfully just before. All right, don't see anything here at the moment. Let's just take a quick look at that star map. Okay, we can see the Mycon are moving. They appear to be heading in this direction. Does that mean... Okay, Organon is all the way down there, so that is where the Sirene are presumably waiting to ambush them. So let's see if... Okay, there's nothing here. This is looking promising. Let's see if we can sneak in here. Or not. Oh, no. It's just a small contingent. It's not an infinite arrangement of them. So let's just have a chat with them and see if we can get through this way. You have returned to our special place. This is not permissible. Leave. Okay, let's have a chat with them. Have you visited the planet I told you about? We have experienced unforeseen delays in planting deep children beneath the crust of Organon 1. However, Juffawup is inevitable. The deep children will be born. Sure. Hey, what makes this world so special to you? Juffawup is the power of life, hot warmth in the cold void. It flows through all things, binding them together, making them one. You are non-Juffowup, you cannot understand. Below is the pod of Juffowup, there for 1,000 centuries. When we are cold, the pod opens and warms us. When it is dark, the pod clenches and lo, there is light. Yes, you've told us this before. You are the non, the pod is not for you, you must leave. I have business on this world, move aside. Juffowup flows through time and space. It cannot be stopped by mere energy blasts. However, you are non, not part of Juffowup. You can be destroyed by energy blasts or sick burn. Let us demonstrate. Oh, the sass on this Mycon. Alright, let's give it a go here with the flagship as per usual. See how we go. Hello, how are you? Come on. Just out of range. Now they're flinging themselves around the planet. Much to my chagrin. There, I used the word chagrin. You're very welcome. That's one down. I believe there were 5. So, lo and behold, there's going to be a ton more of them. Ow! I could have done without that. Oh boy, this is going to be embarrassing if I die here. That is certainly not going to help. Let's try and maneuver ourselves away from consistently running into that planet. Judging the range on this thing is proving to be quite problematic. Once we get a good solid hit of all 3 primary cannons, though, it does tend to take care of the problem fairly swiftly. So clearly this thing knows it's in trouble and was running away from us rather than shooting at us. Good job, Blort. I really need to stop running into that damn thing. This is looking real bad, although we're down to a one-on-one. And as long as we manage to prevent getting hit... Whoa, it's so close! Okay, so they took a big hit on the planet there, which is quite welcome. Oh no, we're also running into the planet ourselves, which is bad. Bit nail-biting here at this present point in time, so they're making a fair effort at healing themselves back up, and if they do, then of course they're going to be ready. Oh no, whew, that was close. Down to 5 crew. Good grief. That was entirely too much drama for my taste. So we get a good batch of stuff out of that. Presumably we're going to be in orbit now, but we're going to have to do a bit of shuffling. Good. We're going to have to do a bit of shuffling of crew. Fortunately, I believe you're to roster, assign... Oh no, sorry, it's recall, the recall to the flagship. Fortunately, I believe these Sparthi have quite a large amount of crew, so let's just drain all of those. Because the flagship is going to be what we're doing our fighting with if we need to. And this is making it increasingly likely that we're going to have to return to Earth to restock some of our crew. That's okay, because we know which quasi-space portal we can use in order to do that. Let's have a scan of the surface here. There's a lot of dregs there that we don't really need. Some decent stuff there as well. Oh, and some valuables. Okay, I spoke too soon. There's a ton of cool stuff there. There's that energy reading that we're looking for. So let's head on down and grab as many of these goodies as we can while we're here. So just bucket loads of tectonic activity here. Can we grab... Oh, look at that. Like a pro. Possibly not going to be able to do the same for all of these things. Although maybe I am, because I'm awesome. There presumably is the thing pulsing on the surface there that is being used to transmit whatever nastiness is being transmitted below the surface. There's still some goodies left here, so I'm going to make sure that we tidy them all up first. There's a couple over here, and I believe one more down the bottom over in this direction. There we go. And now let's go and find that other thing. Where was it? There it is. Let's see what it has to say. Report from surface. Sir, we are experiencing major tectonic shocks here on the surface. Wait a minute. They seem to have passed. Phew. That was awful, Captain. Sorry, that was awful, Captain. When we weren't bouncing off the ceiling or being bashed against the lander walls, we were looking for whatever it was that the Mycon were hiding down here. We think we found it. I don't know what to call it. It kind of looks like a cross between a spider and an antenna, but Jivo, the engineer we brought along, says the device has the capacity to radiate incredible amounts of energy in the form of visible light. We have decided not to experiment with the artifact and will bring it aboard right after we explore the immediate vicinity. Uh-oh, Captain, looks like the shocks are starting up again. We can't take much more of this. Returning to ship. And that's voice acting. Good times. So we've got all that, which means we can save the game again. So let's go over here, and then we'll go and check our manifest and see what that thing that we picked up is. Because I think it's one of the thingies that we need. Sun device, sure. Clear spindle, that's also good. But we have, I think, another one, or maybe a couple of ones, I'm not sure, to get. And I believe that the Druuge said that they had something, or maybe there was something that I read or looked up somewhere. That's the kind of precision play that you're here for, so you're welcome. Let's head on over. That looks like roughly the middle of the circle. Fuel-wise, we've got plenty to be able to go and buy some more stuff from Melnorm. So off we go to see what we can see. Fuel, we're looking good. Crew, for the time being, not too shabby, even though we lost a ton there fighting all of those Mycon. But certainly, we're not in any capacity to. Just had to manually dodge some things there. We're not in any particular capacity to handle another large incursion or battle with a substantial fleet. Fortunately, I think the Druuge are generally pretty happy with us. I believe they're going to want to trade that shell case, the Deep Child fragment. So that'll be nice. But I cannot for the life of me recall what we're going to get back from it. So here's our general plan. Go to the Druuge, try and get the thing. When we get the thing, use a quasi-space portal to go back to Earth to sell some stuff at a restock. And that's as far ahead right now as I can think to think. We'll have to figure out what the next step or steps are. I suspect it's going to have something to do with heading up to the top of the map, or the top right-hand corner of the map, which is an area that we haven't been to before. Although there are also some regions sort of up that left-hand side, kind of inwards of the Aralu, that we haven't really been to either. So lots of potential here, lots of things left to do. We are running out of time, but it is looking increasingly hopeful. Was this the system for talking to the Druuge? I don't actually remember. There don't appear to be many ships floating around here, so I don't know how promising that is. Or perhaps we should just... No, this doesn't look promising at all, does it? Perhaps we should just go back into hyperspace and just lurk around and wait for some readings on the map. There are a couple of star systems nearby here, I guess we could poke our nose into, though. That one looks tiny, maybe not particularly promising, or maybe it's perfectly promising. Just look at all of those Druuge ships. Delta Persei. Well, we're close-ish, weren't we? Zip on in. Come on over and say hello. I'm here to trade with you, so how about you interrupt me continuously to prevent me from progressing the story? Oh. Is this or is this not? Ah, what? Oh, but it's an Auric world, so I'm glad that we accidentally went here assuming that there would be something good. As it turns out, there is. Let's nick all the things before speaking with the Druuge. Om nom nom nom, I like gold. Gold is delicious and expensive. Sorry, that's incorrect. Gold is delicious and valuable, which is what we really care about. Expensive would imply that we have to pay money for it. Ha! What kind of amateur would do that? Okay. Grab all the things, grab all the things. There we go. So if that's the case, if we haven't actually been here before, as would be suggested by the fact that there were a ton of valuables sitting there, then let's go and have a look at some of these other planets as well, because there are a ton of them. Uh-oh. Hi. How you doing? Good to meet you. Greetings. Ah, the young starship captain from Earth. We hope your adventures have brought you wealth. How can we be of service? Yeah, tell me some things. Tell me where your homeworld is. That'd be right. Yep, sure. You've told me this before. Yep. Okay. So they're telling us that if we blow up a Melnorm, we can get tons of juice from it. So that is handy to know. But we're not going to do that, because that's how we get our fuel. Oh, go away, for heaven's sake. Why? Why must you do this? Howdy. Catch ya. Good times. Let's go and have a look at some of these other planets then, because I believe there was a violet one over here, which, if I recall correctly, may have some good goodies on it. Whoa, so many things. So many potentially valuable things. Looks like this might have turned into a little bit of a mining trip. An Yttritic world. Just a couple of green things on it. Worth a quick duck in. Delicious RUs. Good times. What else do we have here? Maybe a treasure world? Wouldn't that be something? So the Druuge, seemingly... No, it's a urea world. It's like the worst thing. But it's got some biologicals on it. It's got quite a few of them. I don't think we're particularly short on biological units at the moment for fuel. So contrary to what we usually do, we might just leave them there. Kind of the violet and golden ones were the real goody planets, or goody moons in this case, that I wanted to look at. Although this radioactive is also going to be quite lovely. So after we've grabbed all of these, we might leave this solar system and continue trying to track down where on Earth we go to trade with the Druuge. Because it's important that we do that. The fate of the galaxy hangs in the balance. And things are being delayed because I can't remember simple data. All right. So now that we've had that little laugh, let's head on back to hyperspace. There is a green planet there, but nah, don't think we're really going to bother. Well, sure, there are a lot of stars in this particular system. There is a dot over that direction. A couple of them now converging on us. Okay, we have some more ships here, and another teeny tiny little planet all the way in the middle here. Maybe this is where we're supposed to go. So again, some orbiting ships, which is not unpromising. That's as much commitment as I'm willing to make at the moment. Oh, for heaven's sake. Oh, it's so frustrating. So frustrating. Now they're all converging to chat with us. Aha. It's always pleasant to see you again, Captain. It's very pleasant to see you too. I took my time getting here. We are going... Ooh, there we go. We know you have Mycon deep child egg case fragments aboard your vessel. Would you consider trading them to us for a shiny new Mauler starship? We note you possess a vortex spawner. In exchange for the simple device, we'll give you 3 Mauler starships. And fill your fuel tanks at no extra charge. Nope. That's not going to happen. I would like to make a purchase. Let's see what they have. Yeah. Yep, sure. Yep, crew. Yep, good. Let's see what the purchases are. A rosy sphere, that's the thing we're looking for. An ancient precursor artifact of unrivaled beauty and mystery. Yours for the amazing bargain of only 100 crew. Sure. The Trident of Wimbley. Not just one, but fully 3 mystic prongs give this artifact its awesome capabilities. Are you strong enough to master its power, or will it master you? Cost, 100 crew. A glowing rod. What unearthly powers will you gain when you hold this coruscating staff high above your head and scream, Kai, Lucky Lai? Sure. Also 100 crew. Unlimited supply of exceptionally high performance starship fuel. Sure. 10 crew for 10 years of fuel. Great. And I'm all on starship. Yeah. Great. Can I get the rosy sphere, please? Are you going to allow me to... Okay, don't have enough crew to make the purchase. Okay. So I'm wondering then... Okay. Let's try something here. Let's try selling. Let's try selling an egg case fragment. Captain, a special deal, a bargain unequaled. Instead of the usual payment we would give for this item... Oh, look out. What would you say to a different exchange? This would probably be good. I'd like to trade your commodity for a highly valuable precursor artifact. The Rosy Sphere. Oh, good. I was going to get a mauler and then try and trade their crew. Its origins are filled with wonder and its powers are incontestable, though subtle. What is your response? I accept this unusual offer. Actually, let's find out more about the Rosy Sphere first. Its genesis is lost in antiquity, along with the race who created it. The marvelous precursors. Note how the device glows, how it throbs, pulsing slowly, bright, then dark. Like the heart of a slumbering god. Captain, this artifact has been in our possession for eons. Vast, brutal wars have been fought over it. The offer we make to you here today is quite unique. Quite unique, you say. Do not make a hasty choice. Sure, I accept this unusual offer. Haha, you are indeed a wise young human. The Rosy Sphere is yours. Good times. We don't want to sell our portal spawner because we're about to use it to get home. Let's get out of here. Catch you around. Let's move away. Before we get intercepted, let's have a look at our manifest now. We should have Sun Device, Rosy Sphere, Clear Spindle. Can we do anything with them? Apparently not. No, alright, fine. Let's save the game. Good times. And that is where we are going to have to leave it for this part of the Let's Play. Thank you so much for tuning in. If you enjoyed it, please give this episode a thumbs up. You can subscribe to the channel if you'd like to be notified when other episodes are released. And please tell a friend if you think they might enjoy this. And come back again soon for more Star Control 2.